This week's Parsha, Parshat Vaeira, describes the first 7 of the 10 plagues. In the first 3 plagues, it's not Moshe, but it's his brother Aaron who actually performs the beginning of those plagues. In the first 2, blood and frogs, Aaron is the one who raises his staff and hits the Nile to get those plagues started, and not Moshe. For the plague of lice of Kinim, it's Aaron who hits the ground instead of Moshe. Our sages teach us that Moshe could not start those plagues. He could not be the one to hit the ground or to hit the water, because the Nile saved his life when he was a little baby. Therefore, out of gratitude to the Nile, he can't hit the Nile. The ground saved him when he buried the Egyptian who he killed, and therefore he could not hit the ground out of gratitude to the ground. Gratitude to the ground? Gratitude to the water? The water didn't choose to help Moshe. The ground didn't choose to help him. Why is Moshe showing gratitude? Why is he bound to show gratitude to these inanimate objects? Rav Dessler and many other commentaries explain that we learn from this that gratitude, hakarat hatov, giving thanks to those who help us, is not for the person who helped us. It's not because they need to hear our thanks, but rather it's clearly for us. It's for us as individuals. We have to be people who naturally, there's an inclination inside of us that when good is done to us, we express our thanks. We recognize that good which was done to us. Because if we are people who recognize that others are doing good for us, it transforms us into people who realize that we don't have full control. It helps reduce our egos. It helps elevate us to recognize that ultimately God is the one who is responsible for all that we have. Let's remember, God doesn't need our thanks either. Even our thanks to God is for ourselves. Once we make ourselves people who don't have full control, we don't raise ourselves to think we are so great, to recognize we have help from others, from inanimate objects, and ultimately from God. That elevates us as human beings, that makes us more spiritual, and that's the ultimate goal of our being alive. Wishing everyone a Shabbat Shalom.